A Hutchinson couple says they can't move on with building their dream home due to a local HVAC company. The couple says they paid its owner almost $30,000 to install a new HVAC system. But this was more than a year ago. Still no HVAC system and no sight of the money. Tonight, FactFinder investigates this couple's issue and finds they're not the only ones who have complaints about this company. It's taken time.
I might have got a little bit carried away with this. I guess I've built too many things, and I got too many ideas, and here we are. Well, this is my wife and I's dream house. We've been making plans and saving for this since we got together about 6-7 years ago. Well, so this will be the kitchen. We've got web cabinets surrounding the walls.
Kevin Von Traeger and his wife building their forever home in Hutchinson. They've got the frame up, windows, siding, but one thing that they paid for isn't here.
The part that we're dealing with right now that has been causing a ton of stress is the guy I hired to do the HVAC. I had paid him close to $29,000 about a year ago.
Kevin paid Matt Rollman, owner of Rollman's Heating and Cooling, nearly $29,000 to install an HVAC system on the property. The home is so large, 2 systems are needed. But more than a year later, still no systems.
Wanted to get the equipment bought because he said the prices were going to go up and we need to get this bought. He wanted to store it in my shop, and I was told when I paid him it would be here within 2 weeks. He had already ordered it would be here within 2 weeks, and after about a month, it never showed up. I started researching him. I started finding things I didn't like to see, and I started pressing him on it, and he told me, oh, it's all good. I didn't want to run you out of room in your shop, so I put it in my shop, but I have it, it's all good. And I kind of left it at that.
In text messages between the two, June 17th of last year, Kevin asks when the equipment will be delivered to the home. Rollman says he's planning on dropping it off the week after. 3 months later, still nothing. 5 months later, Kevin starts asking Rollman some questions. Again the next month and the next month. Still nothing.
He would make plans with me to meet and go over everything, get started working, but he would never show. This happened numerous times. I finally started putting a lot of pressure on him. I started getting frustrated. That's when all communication shut off. He would not reply to texts. He wouldn't answer my phone calls.
Then Kevin says he saw Rollman's truck at a store in Hutch.
Confronted him there, and that was when he admitted to me that he has never bought it. He at the time told me he would buy it, but he obviously hasn't. At this point, it doesn't look like I'm probably ever going to get that money back. I know I'm not even close to the only person.
When you Google Rollman's Heating and Cooling, you find a petition on change.org titled "Correct the Wrong Matt Rollman Has Done to Our Community," signed by 102 people. On it, a few people write their own stories about them paying for services, and they say they never received them.
You have reached Rollman Heating and Cooling.
FactFinder called Rollman. He left him a voicemail. We went by the business's listed addresses and didn't find him. Kevin filed a police report with the Reno County Sheriff's Office and says he wants his money back.
Well, it's been very frustrating. I do not have that money in the budget. We're right now scrambling, trying to figure out what we can do financially to even finish this project. We're having to redo our financing completely.
Nearly $30,000 may keep this couple from finishing the dream home they thought they'd be living in by now.
I will never forget about this.
I talked with the Reno County District Attorney's Office. It says that Matt Rollman has been previously charged with felony theft for taking money for a job and not completing the work. That case for $6,000. The Reno County Sheriff's Office is now investigating. Those findings will be presented to the DA's office. It can be a frustrating part of buying tickets or booking hotels online. Trying to buy something only to notice you'll end up paying far more than the original listing price. The Federal Trade Commission this week proposed a new rule to protect you from junk fees. The proposal would ban hidden fees, which are charges added after you select a purchase but before you finalize it. It would also ban bogus fees, which are listed on the sale but don't explain what the fee is actually for. The proposal would force sellers to list those charges as part of the upfront price. Oil running through the pipes of a Butler County family's home, leaving them with no water. After FactFinder investigated this problem, the state is now responding. Now, several families are telling us they've had similar issues. FactFinder reporter Brandon Stitt brings you the result of our investigation.
It's like your motor oil, it almost burned your nostrils. There was a thick film of oil in the toilet.
That oil eventually clogged Jenna Krob and Shane Campbell's water well pump, the family's only source of water.
I just feel like I don't have any help. I'm at my wit's end.
Less than 24 hours later, after our story aired,
It's a difference between day and night.
it was the help Jenna and Shane had been asking for all along.
So an oil company came out, KDHE, the KCC, an attorney came out.
And when that group saw what Jenna and Shane had been dealing with,
everybody's eyes got real big.
And quiet.
When they seen it, and everybody got pretty quiet once they seen the amount of oil that they pulled out for a sample.
getting the government to step up was important, but it was the help of the community that meant so much. An Andover plumbing company even saw the story.
PD Plumbing out of Andover, Kansas came out early this morning. They got us set up as a temporary solution.
So we can flush the
so
toilet.
we can flush the toilet, yeah, with a 210-gallon tank.
And when Augusta Department of Safety heard, they came out to fill that tank. Now the Red Cross has supplied drinking water, and Senator Jerry Moran has also reached out to the family to offer his support and help find a fix. With all the support, Jenna and Shane are thankful.
Everybody that's coming out to help us with this.
It's exactly what we needed.
Couldn't be more thankful.
For FactFinder Investigates, I'm Brandon Stitt.
We still want to hear from you if you've had this issue in the area southwest of Augusta. The number to reach our investigators is on your screens. It's a story we'll continue to follow to try and get families the help that they need. Sports memorabilia collectors have been complaining about a trading card company after waiting years for products to be delivered. How you can avoid a similar situation next on FactFinder Investigates.